So it's the 20th of November, 2021. It's a sunny day. The high is going to be in the mid 50s. There's a little bit of wind, so I'm going sailing. So living on a mountain, there isn't exactly a lot of large bodies of water that would make for good sailing. So I keep my boat in Watts Bar Lake on the Tennessee River, which is about 30 minutes away, 45 minutes away. So it's a little bit of a drive to get there, but you know, it's a pretty good drive. And once we get to the marina, we find my boat, my mid-1980s Catalina 30 Mark I tall rig, Ayame Maru. It's like the old saying goes, she's not much to look at, but she's got it where it counts. And of course, by counts, I mean it doesn't take on water, it floats, and it has sails to make it go forward. As far as lake sailboats go, this one's pretty big. At 30 feet, with a 2-foot bowsprit, she will sleep 4 comfortably, 6 if you're really close friends. This late in the season, I've pretty much taken everything out of the boat that can freeze and have stowed it away, but these are a little few shots of the interior of the boat with that really nice hunter green and dark teal look that was popular in the 80s. So I'm going to be sailing today with very little in the way of electronic instruments. That's fine. I've actually sailed this thing completely analog, no instrumentation whatsoever. You just got to watch your depth. I'm still sort of working on refitting a lot of the instrumentation here, but right now the only thing I really have going for me is I have my little wind compass here from my anemometer on top of the mast. Shows that we're getting about 9 knot-ish, well, peaking 9. So we got a little bit of wind. That's all I need. It's also coming out of the south, which means I can just sail right out of here. Don't have to hook up the electric motor or anything. So my whole theory of sailing can be wrapped up in one statement. Don't get in a hurry. Sailboats don't go fast. If I'm in a 15 knot wind on this lake and I'm absolutely hauling ass, I'm doing maybe 7 knots. That's it's like an almost light jogging pace. I'm a stationary object compared to a lot of the power boats. And if I'd wanted to go fast, I would have bought an airplane. So like I said, my strategy for trying to get away is going to be to loose the head sail, try to get a little bit of push against the dock lines, release the dock lines, and hope that I can get enough way so the rudder will bite so I can head out into the channel. All right, let's make ready to get the jib out. I'm gonna take out my head sail sheets here. That's my winch. Go ahead and put it on. And go ahead and get out my main halyard there, get ready to raise it. My head sail is a freaking huge Genoa. In fact, that's its name, freaking huge. And I can unfurl it just by taking off the furling line and pulling it. So that one's good to go whenever we're ready. Rudder's biting. We're sailing.
I'm sailing away.
Very slowly, but that's okay. Very slowly. Get that main set a little bit better. Give us a little bit of run there. That's some wind. And we're actually picking up speed. We're sailing. All right. We got a tack. Oh, this is a good point of sail. So here we can actually see the point of sail as the boat begins to heel over to the port side with the wind. This is a really good point of sail, and if you look at the horizon there, because the camera's affixed to the boat, you can really see how much we're heeled over. It's an incredible feeling. Right now, I am sailing the boat out of the little harbor from the Tennessee River where the marina is. I'll talk about this later when I'm coming back into this harbor, but there's some kind of deep canyon walls further up the harbor, and it likes to channel the wind through this particular entrance into the Tennessee River. So getting in and out of this particular inlet is kind of tricky in a sailboat, because really it doesn't matter which way you're going. When the wind's against you, it's against you in all directions. Woo! Sailing! Every once in a while, you get out here and everything clicks. You've got great wind. You've got the boat just feels like she's handling fine. It's quiet and calm. You know, like no other boats around. Just this noise of the wind and the noise of the rigging and the water on the hull. It's a hard to describe feeling, knowing that you're moving because you are harnessing that wind, and you know, it's your skill that's moving the boat. That's in the direction you want to go. That's a phenomenal feeling, and the best part about all of this. So we are now sailing into the channel, the Half Moon Cut. You can see the osprey nest there, the buoys. This is going to be kind of tricky. The wind is coming directly off of our, well, not directly off of our stern, but I've only got 23 feet of water, and it got shallow really quick coming in. I cut it a little close right over there, and it got down to only about 2 feet of water under the keel from 50 feet and about 100 yards. So I'm gonna have to watch it through here. I don't want to run aground. This boat's absolute worst point of sail is the wind coming from the aft. But there is a little technique you can use here called wing on wing, where your head sail is off to one side and your main sail is off to the other. So what little wind there is coming directly aft to blow us through this cut, that's the technique I'm using right now. Right there you can see one of the hazards to navigation. In the summertime, when the lake is at capacity, that is completely submerged, but not by a lot. And if you're out of the channel, you could can hit that and have a really bad day. The wind is so much aft now, I'm gonna have to go wing on wing, try to get a little bit more out of it. There we go. That's better. Much better. Let's tack. Oh yeah, much better. I saw two bass boats. They look like they were racing. There's a pontoon on Half Moon Island. But other than that, I'm the only person on the lake. This is kind of cool also. There's the spot to the south, I can see the steam coming off the Watts Bar nuclear plant electrical station, and I can see the steam coming off the coal fire station in Kingston to the north. So this is kind of an interesting place to be, where you can see both the southern point and the northern point of the lake. Of course, it twists around, so it's not like it's a straight line, but you can definitely see it. She's really wanting to turn up wind in this light wind here. Gotta watch it. Take your eye off it for just a second, and poof, off you go. I don't know if it's going to come up on camera really well or not, but you can kind of see the out here where the wind shadow is from the edge of this island. You can see kind of the dark spot, and then just above that it's a little bit lighter, and then it gets dark again. That is a wind shadow, and I'm going into it. So I am through the becalmment of the northern part of Half Moon Island. I left that out of the video because, well, it was boring and I spent most of it on the phone with my child. But I am now sailing back into the harbor. I am very, very close hauled in a light wind. I'm going to try and miss the northern point here so I don't have to tack. It's going to be kind of close, but I think I can do it as long as this wind angle holds, and we'll check back here in a minute. Okay, here's my strategy for getting back to the marina completely under sail. The idea is I'm going to try and get as far down as I can and then break back that way, kind of sailing across the wind. We'll see how she goes. She's holding nice and steady now that I'm through the mouth of this harbor here. I've got good steady wind in the harbor, just not the weirdness that's out there. Give us as much room as we can. That way I can fall off from the wind if need be. You can always fall off the wind. You can't fall up the wind. All right, let's do it. Attack! All right, our sails are set for the marina. So here's my tentative plan for doing this. I can bring down the mainsail pretty quick, and that loses, of course, all the push that this sail gives me, but I can bring that head sail in even faster, assuming that the furler doesn't jam, which is a non-zero chance. So my plan right now is to bring it in close, drop the main, let the main just fluff, and then use the head sail to get us in the rest of the way, and then right at the very end, furl that head sail. So let's see how it does. I've had a bit of a wind shift for the better. It's moved a couple of points, so I think this is going to take us right in. We'll see. My angles have changed quite a bit. If the wind will hold from this direction for 5 minutes, we'll be in. Head sails up. Hardly any wind.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Plan B. So yeah, I missed the dock by about 5 feet. The problem came because I had a lot of wind when I was coming into the marina, and I thought I was going to overshoot and collide with the dock too fast. So I turned upwind at the wrong moment, pulled down my sails a little earlier than I should, and essentially ran out of forward way 5 feet from the dock. Right now, I have dove below to implement Plan B, which is to get my electric outboard hooked up. I had all the stuff for it, the battery, the motor, everything. I just hadn't had it deployed on the back of the boat yet, so I'm doing this as quickly as possible because I am very slowly drifting towards a lee shore, and with the lake level lowered for the winter season, I'm in danger of running aground and my keel scraping bottom and getting stuck there. So I'm having to work pretty quick to get everything set up to get me moving forward again. My electric outboard is actually for my dinghy. It's mounted on the transom of the boat and aft of the rudder. And this particular configuration, the propeller needs to be forward of the rudder in order to get the most pull and the most bite to make turns. So I can steer with this outboard in this configuration, but I only have forward. I don't have reverse. So the next few minutes are me trying to get it lined up on the dock correctly so that I can just slip over into my spot. And so here we are, 15 minutes later. Now I'm in the right position with enough forward way to actually make it to the dock this time. I'm going forward on the boat to get a hold of the dock with my boat pole there and just get through there, step off, make good contact with the dock, and start pulling it around to get everything tied up. And that's how we dock. Badly. Whoa. Boat spider. They're everywhere.